Former President Donald Trump says he plans to fire special counsel Jack Smith, who has indicted him on multiple criminal charges, if he wins the election. Today, Trump told a conservative radio host he would use presidential powers to, quote, fire him within 2 seconds if he gets another term in office.
Donald Trump has never shied away from controversy, and his latest announcement has sent shockwaves through political circles. With the 2024 election cycle behind him and a victory secured, Trump is now focused on reshaping the federal government. This time, the former president is laser-focused on those he believes have undermined his presidency and the ideals of his supporters. Readout promising to fire special counsel Jack Smith within 2 seconds of taking office, to a broader plan for overhauling the Justice Department and the Pentagon, Trump's rhetoric signals a political reckoning. Today, we're exploring Trump's detailed plans to remove key officials, his motivations, and what these bold promises might mean for his legal battles and political future.
The Washington Post reports that President-elect Trump plans to fire the entire team that worked under special counsel Jack Smith at the Justice Department. Those DOJ employees worked on 2 federal prosecutions against the incoming president. The report adds that Trump is planning to assemble teams within the department to investigate alleged fraud in the 2020.
Donald Trump's determination to oust special counsel Jack Smith the moment he reclaims the presidency underscores a deep and bitter feud. Appointed by Attorney General Merrick Garland in 2022, Smith has become a significant challenge for Trump, leading investigations that directly threaten the former president's reputation and legal standing. Smith's mandate includes 2 politically charged cases: Trump's alleged mishandling of classified documents and his actions surrounding the aftermath of the 2020 election. For Trump, Smith epitomizes what he describes as the weaponization of the justice system against him and his supporters. Smith's work has resulted in high-profile charges against Trump, fueling the ex-president's claims of persecution. Trump has previously clashed with special counsel Robert Mueller, who investigated Russian interference in the 2016 election. These earlier encounters shaped Trump's belief that special counsels are inherently political actors working to undermine his agenda. His disdain for Smith became particularly evident during an interview with Hugh Hewitt, where he stated he would fire Smith within 2 seconds of taking office. However, firing Smith is not as simple as it sounds. While Trump could instruct the Justice Department to terminate Smith, this decision carries significant legal and political ramifications. Critics argue that such a move could provoke a constitutional crisis, challenging the boundaries of presidential authority. Conversely, Trump's supporters view Smith's removal as essential to ending what they perceive as a politically biased campaign within the Justice Department. Cleaning house at the Justice Department could, in fact, not be far away. Smith's vision for reshaping the Justice Department extends far beyond Jack Smith. His administration plans to dismiss a wide range of officials and attorneys involved in investigations against him, marking a dramatic departure from the traditional independence of the department. Trump has characterized many career officials within the Justice Department as partisan actors, accusing them of using their positions to attack conservatives. His Attorney General, Pam Bondi, has already indicated her willingness to support Trump's agenda, pledging to prioritize crime reduction, while addressing what she calls the partisan weaponization of the department. The roots of Trump's animosity toward the Justice Department run deep. During his first term, he frequently expressed frustration with figures like former Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who recused himself from the Russia investigation. This perceived betrayal has fueled Trump's determination to appoint officials who align with his vision. Legal experts warn that such a sweeping overhaul could undermine the Justice Department's credibility, leading to increased politicization of federal prosecutions. Historically, career attorneys have been protected from political interference to ensure impartiality in their work. Trump's approach signals a shift toward greater executive control, a move that resonates strongly with his base. Supporters argue that these changes are necessary to restore accountability and fairness, believing the Justice Department has been co-opted by liberal interests. Shaking up military leadership. As Trump looks to shake up military leadership, similar themes of loyalty and alignment with his vision are expected to emerge. further emphasizing his commitment to transforming the federal landscape.
Draft executive order would create board to purge generals. The panel could upend the military review process and raise concerns about the politicization of the military. Quote, the Trump transition team is considering a draft executive order that establishes a warrior board of retired senior military personnel with the power to review 3- and 4-star officers and to recommend removals of any deemed unfit for.
Trump's plans for the Pentagon represent a significant pillar of his agenda. Reports indicate that his transition team is compiling a list of military officers for dismissal, specifically targeting those perceived as loyal to former Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman Mark Milley. On the office of Secretary since Labor, Milley, who publicly criticized Trump, has become a symbol of what the former president sees as a military leadership disconnected from his vision for the country. Trump's dissatisfaction with the Pentagon dates back to his first term, during which he frequently clashed with defense officials over issues ranging from troop withdrawals to public statements. The proposed shakeup would involve removing Milley's appointees and others deemed woke, or ideologically opposed to Trump's policies. Pete Hegseth, Trump's pick for defense secretary, has been a vocal advocate for this approach. In his book, Hegseth argues that the Pentagon's leadership needs a radical overhaul to align with Trump's priorities, emphasizing readiness and traditional values over what he describes as bureaucratic overreach. Critics have raised concerns about the potential consequences of such an overhaul, as the Pentagon plays a crucial role in maintaining global stability. A mass dismissal of senior officers could disrupt its operations at a time of heightened geopolitical tensions. Interacqui, led by Sheila and her. However, Trump's allies contend that the military's size and structure make it resilient to leadership changes. They believe that replacing top brass with loyalists will enhance efficiency and morale, ensuring that the military aligns more closely with the administration's vision for VIPP overhaul and Kash Patel's role. In addition to plans for the Pentagon, Trump is also focused on overhauling the FBI, with Kash Patel playing a significant role in this initiative.
Donald Trump has just nominated Kash Patel for director of the FBI. Trump made the announcement on Truth Social just moments ago. During Trump's first term, Patel served as the chief of staff at the Department of Defense. So, Charlie, not too long ago, Donald Trump said that Kash's new book, talking about how he's going to completely eradicate the deep state and also firing to the top ranks of the FBI would sort of be the blueprint for what he would want to do in his new administration.
Trump has long targeted the FBI with criticism, and his plans for the Bureau are no less ambitious. Current FBI Director Christopher Wray has announced his intention to resign before Trump's inauguration, signaling a significant shift in the Bureau's leadership. Trump has frequently accused the FBI of harboring anti-conservative bias, citing its investigations into his campaign and administration as evidence. His choice of Kash Patel as Wray's replacement reflects Trump's commitment to fundamentally restructuring the agency. Patel, a staunch Trump ally, is expected to lead efforts to root out perceived partisanship within the FBI. His appointment would mark a sharp departure from the Bureau's traditional leadership, which has historically emphasized independence from political influence. Under Patel, the FBI is likely to pursue investigations into Trump's political opponents, aligning with the administration's broader strategy of using federal agents to advance its agenda. Critics warn that these changes could erode public trust in the FBI, transforming it into a tool for partisan politics. The Bureau's work, much of which involves national security and criminal investigations, requires a high degree of public confidence to be effective. However, Trump supporters view the overhaul as a necessary step to dismantle what they perceive as a deep state conspiracy against conservative values. This vision reflects Trump's broader agenda for government reform, emphasizing loyalty and alignment with his administration's goals.
Drain the swamp, and that's what we're doing. Now, when I said it, it sounded very easy, and it was going to happen real fast. I didn't know the swamp was this dirty and this deep. I didn't know about the swamp creatures being as bad as they are.
Trump's plans to dismiss officials across multiple government agencies reflect a broader effort to consolidate power and reshape institutions to align with his administration's priorities. These actions continue his long-standing promise to drain the swamp, a message that resonates deeply with his supporters. By targeting figures like Jack Smith, military leaders, and FBI officials, Trump signals that a second term will be characterized by confrontation and transformation. The potential consequences of these moves are significant. Critics argue that they could undermine the balance of power and erode public trust in government institutions. Conversely, supporters view these changes as overdue reforms necessary to address systemic bias and inefficiency. As Trump prepares to implement his vision, the country faces a pivotal moment that will shape its governance and political landscape. What to hear from you? What are your thoughts on Trump's plans to fire key officials and reshape the federal government? Let us know in the comments section below.